The bottom line is people in general, people around the world, the whole of mankind still has the desire to look up to a messianic figure. They want someone to solve their problems for them. They want leadership that will clean house, if you will, and deal with corruption and bring unity of spirit and mind and economical prosperity. They want someone not only to make the promises to do those things, but to do them on behalf of the people. So they want saviors, they want redeemers, they want people who can lead, and they want sort of a glorified figure, even a hero, like in Grecian times where the emperors were gods, and they want people to give them what they want so they can be happy. But it's not necessarily that way for all people. There are some who are not looking for a messianic figure or someone who take the lead. Some are more communal in their mentality. They prefer to have a corporal deciding team, like sort of a democratic system where it's not just one person in charge, like a dictatorship, but it's a collective authorities, branches of government, more than one, and that they all have equal authority in deciding what's best in the best interest of their citizens and their peoples. So you don't have just one monarchical individual who's making all the decisions for people, good or bad. But it's a confederacy of different members who can give good counsel and wise counsel in order to govern the people more appropriately and effectively. But we have liberated certain people who live in the sands, these lands where there's lots of sand. And they've had tribal feuds for years, for hundreds and even thousands of years. Feuds that eventually, hopefully through reform and through changes in their traditions and values of what were held to be since ancient times, hopefully they'll be willing to modify those principles of tribalism that were very, very narrow and very strict and somewhat harsh. Yeah. May Allah bless you. As you know, of our recent past, our recent history, they took off their old garments and they put on their new ones. And they created banners for themselves. And they put stars up on their flags that weren't celestial stars. They were grinding stars. Stars that would have represented the circle of progress for them. That would be grinding people into the ground as they rolled over them with their tanks and their chariots and their motorcycles. And so they were still had that mentality of tribalism, though it was more modernized. They really, really, really wanted to conquer the world. They wanted to be number one. And I don't know, wasn't successful because the world doesn't really operate that way. Nobody wants people to be on a tirade. They don't want tyrants. They want people who can be diplomatic and peaceful, that try to cooperate with their neighbors and bring harmony, try to work out differences. They don't want just one-sided, opinionated people. They want people to work well with each other, so they can be united over a global unified cause of progress for all of humanity, for the whole human race. So, we're for sharing, we're for group. I'm not sure if chapkas are still popular over there in Eastern Europe. I assume that some people still wear them, though they were designed some years ago, back during the Cold War. These hats, which are really cool, to keep the ears warm, the head warm, and these thick coats made of fur. Love it. Canvas. Yeah, so you got we're past all that now, right? We're past that Soviet Union mentality where we were disgusted with the way that the monarchy was running things. These Romanovs, these imperial rulers who were depriving the peasants of their necessities and food and other provisions, making it harder on their lives, pretty much slavery. But I ask you one question: did the USSR do it better? Doesn't appear to be that way. They not only enslaved their people agriculturally, they terminated them. They built massive graves for them. They slaughtered innocent people, thousands, hundreds of thousands, under this supposed new regime, this society they called Soviet Union, under these dictators of Stalin and Lenin, and they were harsh, they were cruel. In fact, the whole premise of why they came to power was they were criminals. Lenin, he was a criminal, and he somehow persuaded the people to vote for him and to elect him, and so that he could establish a provisional government. I mean, maybe they should have went back to the czars. They might have had it better. But yeah. So, but now they're more diplomatic. They're more reasonable as a people. They've grown. They've learned their lessons. They've made some mistakes, just like every other society or government or peoples. They learn their lessons eventually. So they have established a more democratic system where they're for the people. They help the people. They're concerned about the people. They show compassion towards the people. And they're more reasonable with the people. And that's a good thing. So even Russia has come a long way since their barbaric tendencies that go way back to the early Slavs and the Scythians, and who were really, really tribal warriors. But that's with every territory. That's with every geographical location. You have the indigenous peoples that are a little bit more very kind of barbaric and harsh and cruel, but we have evolved. We are civil now. We don't throw arrows and spears at people or chop off their heads with swords. We don't do any of that. We throw grenades. I have to reserve a safety hook. It's got a safety latch on it and a hook, and it's on a shiv with a cable. So yeah, occasionally they give me a lift, they give me a hand up, and I appreciate it. So thank you very much for your help. With the Ukrainians, they always drop me a line once in a while. Pull me out of the trenches, out of the ditches. Help me get back on my own 2 feet. So I appreciate it. So thank you for your guys' kindness and your compassion and your considerations, and you're really trying to reconcile things over there, even in your current situation with this Ukrainian ordeal. I know you really want to be a unified people. That is your goal. Though the other side, most of them don't believe that. 60% of them. I don't know what the position of the other 40%, what they believe. If they're more open to rejoining the mainland, the motherland. But I'm hoping that there will be eventually a peaceful resolve. Some kind of agreement that works out for everyone. After all, we do want unity. We want peace. I think that is very reasonable.